Welcome back to the Better Lives podcast. I'm your host, Caitlin.
And I'm Eric.
And we are going to go over credit scores today and why they are important.
Yeah, first off, when you're talking about credit, we always want to start off with never biting off more than you can chew. Always understand your current finances, and then, start from there. Know what you're bringing in, what your current expenses are, and then what you can handle as far as any debt, basically.
Yeah, having a good credit score is super important. I mean, for apartment applications, buying your first home, getting a car, somehow credit seems to matter in every scenario as an adult. So it just really matters to know what you're looking at and know how you can improve it and build a good credit score.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that's just super important to kind of understand and at least know where you're at, where you stand, and what that means as far as payments and how that impacts your credit.
Yeah, so the most important part of your credit score is your payment history. So just pay your bills on time. Use auto pay if you have to. Don't forget, because once you miss one, it can really bring down your credit score. And it's hard. It takes 7 years, I think, for those to fall off.
7 years for what to fall off now?
Missed payments.
Missed payments take 7 years.
7 years. That's a long time, right?
Yeah, definitely. So also utilizing credit utilization is a huge thing too. So just because once you're approved for something, so say for example you get a credit card and you're approved for $10,000, utilization of that $10,000 also plays into your credit score. How much balance you're actually carrying on there, like Caitlin said, your on-time payments, and then how much balance is remaining on those. Those are all super important factors when looking at credit score based on credit card utilization.
Yeah, they say to stay below 30%. But one thing to remember is it's not total numbers. So like if you have one card that's maxed out and all your other ones are low, that's still going to hurt you. Try to have it pretty balanced all throughout your cards.
Yeah, try not to, stay away from that max line. Like I said, that $10,000, you always want to kind of keep it around $3,000, but also...
or lower.
Yeah, like I said, 30% is what's best, but people try to keep that as low as possible and whatever they can maintain.
So how can you start improving your credit? Let's say you have no credit and you're starting over. You could consider a secured line of credit, such as a credit card. Several banks offer them. Central Limit actually has a really great secured credit card you could look into. How that works is you put a deposit down and that becomes your credit limit. So it's a way to say to the bank, hey, I know I don't have a good track record or I have no track record, but I want to start building my credit, and they'll work with you over there.
Yeah, and a lot of those times too is like, this is one that if you have like a small balance, and you're just starting out, $500 is not a lot to play around with to kind of get going. So what I normally do when I first started trying to improve my credit, this was what was suggested to me was I got a department credit card because I didn't even know about a secure credit card at the time, which actually sounds like a better option. But I got a department store credit card and just put like a few things on there. And I'd always spend like $200 a month on that, but I'd have it on auto pay, so it automatically paid off that balance. So I used that, and I was paying 50% up, paying it down, paying it up, paying it down, and just did that for a few months, and that helped improve my credit pretty quickly.
Definitely.
Actually.
Yeah, store cards
and
can
I got
be
a cool
a great
watch
option.
Out of it.
Oh yeah, store cards. I have like a Target card that I use still. I've had it for like 6 years, and it's my first credit card ever, and it's helped build my credit so much. So,
and I think you get like discounts at Target too for
it's 5% off, which seems like not a ton, but
5% every time though on everything.
Every time, yeah, and I shop there a lot, so
5% goes a long way.
It does go a long way. Also consider becoming an authorized user on someone else's card. So someone that has a really strong credit history, if they have a card that's been open for like 10 plus years, they can add you as a user and it'll go on your credit report and help improve your credit score.
That's interesting. Do they even have to give you a card, or like
you'll have a card, but they don't have to give it to you. So
for example, if like you and I were like considering, I was like, I have amazing credit like I do, and then you were kind of struggling. It's all right, but and then I added you to it, and I'm like, you would get the benefit of my payment history, but I wouldn't have to necessarily let you use that.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Interesting. Never heard of that. That's cool.
But one thing to look out for is any missed payments that the main credit holder does make will affect the authorized user.
Yeah, good or bad, they're gonna affect
exactly.
your score. So that's an interesting concept.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Most people don't know that you can actually do that.
I've never even heard about that or even considered that, but that does make sense. But that takes a lot of trust, so only go into those situations with people you fully trust.
Yeah, but it's a good way to start out, if you absolutely need to build it and there's no other ways. So common mistakes people make that you should avoid are having too many credit inquiries. If you have too many of them, it signals to the bank that you're looking for credit and you're desperate, and you're likely to not get approved for the best accounts or the best rates. So just make sure that when you are applying, you're spreading them out. It makes you more likely to get approved.
Yeah, and also, like, if you have too many, then you have a less of a limit. So if, like, you have 10 credit cards and there's only 1,000 on each of them, when instead of having just one with $10,000 on it, then it's hard to hit those ratios of staying under 30% because you're going to max out your debt to income ratio on those lower balances, the utilization a lot faster on those smaller balances than you would on a $10,000 balance.
And something else to mention is if you are wanting to lower your utilization, you can actually ask your existing credit cards to give you a higher limit, and that will automatically lower your utilization without even having you have to lower any balances.
Yeah, a call can go a long way. I know.
Just call.
Most people don't. They just hesitate to call or don't want or even know it's an option. But you can always just call and ask, what options do I have? They're more likely to work with you because they'd rather have you pay something than go delinquent on any of it.
Something else that's a mistake is closing credit cards. So you might see like an old card you have on your report from like 10 years ago you haven't used in 5 years. And you're like, oh, I should just close it. Don't close it. Your length of credit history is so important. And the older the account, the better your length of credit history.
That's such a challenging one for me because like there was a point in my life when I did have an issue with credit cards where I think I had like 20 grand in debt between a couple cards. And then I ended up getting one credit card with 20,000 on it, but it was 0% interest. And I was able to pay off those. I just kept shuffling them. So I would take, that balance, put it on one card, and then I'd have an 18-month 0% interest on it. But at the 16th month, I'd move it to another one. And so I just kept.
That's bad.
That's not bad. Because what it is, I'm not paying any interest on that 18,000. So I paid it down a lot faster. There is a 3% transfer fee, but that's still a lot less than the 20 to 30% interest rate I was paying. So every year, I had bad credit already. I was maxed out. And so I was able to just luckily get that and just transfer. So as soon as that got close to the APY, the APR percentage going up, I would just transfer to another 0%.
It's actually pretty smart.
And then now I have like 7 credit cards with no balances, no nothing, no utilization on there, but I've had them for 15 years because again, this was like 15 years ago when I did this. And I'm just like, do I want to get rid of these? When you cancel them? But
you still have
again, I don't have the cards, but I have the accounts. And again, that's kind of challenging too because like there's just these open accounts that I know nothing about. But also I've heard this thing about don't cancel them, don't close them. So
yeah,
I don't know where I stand on that because
I've heard that for those accounts, you should use them at least once a year because if you don't, the banks can actually close them, or they will if you don't use them at all.
Good.
So
I'm fine with that. Yeah, once you get your credit card paid off and paid down, always kind of pay attention and track that your credit score. You can always go with your Experian. You can actually I haven't gone through any of the major credit bureaus in a long time. I usually just use my credit card.
I use
Costco.
Credit Karma usually.
That's a big one too. That's a super popular. I got signed up once for that a long time ago, and I just keep getting all the alerts from them. I just think I probably should unsubscribe, but there's useful information for the Credit Karma, so I kind of keep that up just to stay on top of things. But I've been tracking my credit score through my credit card, Costco credit card, which it's a Citi card, I think, and that just tells my credit score all the time and gives me updates on that. But I always recommend at least doing a once a quarter, once a year minimum, just a review of your credit and just kind of see what counts are open, and if there's anything that's suspicious on there. Because a lot of times, again, like if I have one of these balances open as being used, I won't know that until I actually go and check on my report. So,
and put in disputes. Like if something's not true, you can send a dispute to the credit bureaus and they can take that off for you. So just make sure that everything is accurate.
Dispute everything, call for everything as well. Again, the worst you're going to get is a no, or you're going to be right back where you started. So, but if you don't ask, you never know.
You don't know until you ask.
Exactly.
And if all this is pretty scary to you, no worries. we have the resources for you here at Central Willamette. So just call us or come into a branch and we can help.
And again, don't hesitate to ask, because even us who are in this every day, we're still confused a lot of things. So come in, speak with an expert. They can help you get your credit back on track, tell you what the best way to save money, basically the best way to tackle whatever it is in this particular arena that's best for you. And they can tailor it to your needs and where you're at currently.
And if you want to learn more, we actually offer a free financial literacy program on our website through EverFi. So just go onto our website and go to financial literacy, and there's free online courses you can take to learn even more about this.
And those courses are great too, because you don't know what you don't know until you go in there and see things. Oh, I want to learn about this. I want to check about that. I mean, a lot of it is entry-level information, but it does lead to more information as well. So definitely check those out. And sometimes you're just starting at the beginning, so it's a great place to get yourself up to speed.
This isn't taught in schools, so it's super important.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We will discuss more about credit in future episodes. It's just a little intro. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Central WCU, and check out our website for more information on our podcast. Join us next time so we can keep building better lives together.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
The information provided here is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any financial decisions.